this Diocese of Kakamega. And then, of course, our jubilant bishops, Emeritus Bishop Philip Sulimetti, the Archbishop of the UK, Bishop Maurice Mahatya Makumba, the other bishops here present, Reverend Fathers, Reverend brothers and sisters, representatives of the civil society, in a special way, of course, His Excellency, the Prime Cabinet Secretary Mudavadi, other authorities of the civil authority, and of course representatives also of the political parties. My dear brothers in Christ, tumsifu Jesu Christo, Mungu ni mwema, akila makati. Now, in the booklet that you have, there is a copy of the letter that the Pope wrote to His Excellency Bishop Sulimetti, and at the end of my speech we will read that again. But first, a very few words about my good friend and, in a sense, father, Emeritus Bishop Sulimetti. You know, it's more or less 3 years that I'm in the country. I arrived in May 2019, and I had seen that name on paper, but I had never met him in reality. And I think it was after the first wave of COVID in 2020 that I met him here in Kakamega. And I still remember it went like this, that he said, "Now, Your Excellency, when I see you and when I hear you, I have to think of Van Dongen, the missionary. You speak like him, and you talk like him, and you walk like him." And that was the beginning of our friendship. Each and every time again I meet him, it is as if a history book opens. And he starts to speak about his memories as a young boy, as a man, as a young priest, a seminarian. He is like a living memory of the institution of what a church in Kenya is all about. And in fact, I think it was Bishop Ubanyi who once said we should put a priest next to him with a notebook who will write down everything he says, because there's so much history in that man, so much knowledge, not only about the church, mind you, but also about Kenya, about a church and also about a Kenya of long ago that we cannot even imagine anymore today. He knows about it. He is a living history of what this country and church is all about. Also, what I like a lot about him is, and it was mentioned before, and I like the way Bishop Markadima put it, fatherly care and fatherly discipline, how to put these two things together. Because Bishop Sulimetti is a canon lawyer, like a number of us here are canon lawyers. And what I liked about him, that he has always tried to apply the law. He has always tried to be objective, not about his own opinion, but about what the church teaches and what the church desires. That was the first and only objective of Bishop Philip Sulimetti. And that is also what I appreciate very much, this thing about that it's not about me, it's not about my person, it's about the church, it's about the people, it's about the nation, and we are all at service of that. Even him being here today and being now, so to say, out of office since 2014 is the same witness to that service. I know of Bishop Obanyi that since Bishop Obanyi came into the diocese, Bishop Sulimetti never tried to intervene, never tried to manage something in the background. He retreated, respecting the new bishop coming in. And that can only be if you're very well aware of your service, your identity of service to the church and to the country. So Bishop Sulimetti, thank you once again very much for that great witness to all of us. And with that, let us come to the letter that the Holy Father wrote to Bishop Sulimetti. We will first read it in Latin, and I know you all understand that, so there's no problem. And then afterwards, for the very few that do not understand, we will still do it in English. You find it, by the way, on page 3. Venerabili fratri Filippo Sulimetti, Episcopo Emerito Cacomoguensi. Aureum Episcopalis Ordinationis Jubileum Celebranti, Diotinam navitatem diligente et exercitam fraterna nostre caritatis et grati animi officis gratulamur, et studiosam evangelica veritatis gentibus nunciande sollicitudinem, qua assiduo sapientique ministerio pro Christo eiusque ecclesiae bono in isus et populum Dei verbo et exemplo est comitatus mysteriorum redemptionis dispensator evangelique fidelis preco. Cuidum optima quoeque ominamur benedictionis eiusque propinquis libenter impertimur preces pro nostro ministerio Petrino expostulantes. Datum Rome, Laterani, Dei secundum mensis Augusti, anno bismillesimo vicentesimo secundo. Francisco, it's written down there, you can't read it, but that's Francis. And then now in English. To our venerable brother, Emeritus Philip Sulimetti. On the occasion of the Golden Jubilee of your Episcopal ordination, we congratulate you for a long-lasting service, which you diligently carried out, meriting our fraternal love and gratitude. We also congratulate you for a zealous effort to study and preach the gospel truth to the people. Equally, we congratulate you for being untiring and wise in the ministry for the good of Christ and of the Church. Congratulations, too, for having journeyed with the people of God in word and example, dispensing the mysteries of redemption as a faithful announcer of the gospel. While we wish you every blessing, we bless you and your loved ones and request that you pray for our papal ministry. Issued in Rome at the Lateran on the 2nd day of the month of August, 2022, Pope Francis. Santa Sana.
And now to close for us this session, permit me to invite our chief guest, Bishop Philip Sulimetti, to greet the congregation and say a word. Your Lordship, welcome.